All right, welcome back everybody to a brand new video here on the second channel. It's time to look at some winning decks in Japan because Japan does have the entirety of Surging Sparks legal, meaning that they have all the brand new cards. And I'm excited to see what decks are actually winning in Japan right now using the brand new cards, or what new decks are seeing play from the new set. What innovations are being made to the meta and all that stuff here. We're going to be looking at all of them because, of course, Surging Sparks comes out in just over a week. So I'm definitely excited to build the new decks. What better way to get excited than looking at early results here from Japan and seeing what decks are working right now. We got the City Leagues pulled up here on Limitless, so we can kind of get a gauge of what's working in City Leagues. These are more competitive environments. They're basically just bigger League Cups in Japan, essentially what they are. And I'll leave a link to Limitless down below if you want to go check them out for yourself. And if you go on to enjoy the video, leave a like. And if you're new here to the second channel, make sure to subscribe down below. We're on the road to 18K subscribers here. So let's take a look at the tournaments. I'm going to go through every one, but I'm not going to click on every single deck. We've got a lot to go through. We're going to just kind of click on each tournament and just see if there's any cool decks or anything that made it, into a good spot in this tournament. So we'll start off with the first one here, most recent one. We do see Gardevoir won the tournament. I don't think Gardevoir gains any new cards. Yeah, there's no new cards. Like, we got Gardevoir and Rich Drago. Like, Drago, Gardevoir don't really gain any new cards in the new set. We do have a Gholdengo here. It is a Gholdengo deck with a Scizor and a Dusknoir in it, which is interesting, and a Monkey Dory. No Palkia. There is a new card Gholdengo will gain, and I think we'll probably see a little bit more of that in this video. But I don't see anything too new. There is an Arc Ralladon deck here in 10th place, playing Luxray. I kind of like this. The Luxray reminds me of this old, like, Talonflame that saw a little bit of play with, like, Greninja. So it's kind of similar. So we do see an Arc Ralladon list. I am excited for this card to release. I think it is going to be a pretty decent deck. It's got that ability Alloy Build. When you evolve it, you can attach up the 2 base metal from your discard pile to your metal Pokemon. So you can literally charge yourself up when you evolve into your Arc Ralladon, and then you have that Metal Defender attack. You can use the Duraludon here with a Raging Hammer attack in combination with Relicanth when you take a hit. I definitely am excited to try out Arc Ralladon when it releases. So it is cool to see it with Luxray. It kind of makes sense. There's a bit of synergy there. Now, this tournament was won by Gholdengo. Now, this Gholdengo deck is, of course, playing to the new Energy Search Pro. This is like the big upgrade I see Gholdengo get. And I think we're going to see a little bit more Gholdengo going forward because of this new Ace-Spec card. It allows you to get any number of basic energies of different types and put them in your hand. So essentially, if you have your deck with like every single energy type, you can Energy Search Pro for all these energies. And I mean, like, look at this. We got all the energy types. And that's a lot of damage Gholdengo's going to be doing. I mean, that's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400 damage effectively, which is kind of crazy. So Gholdengo with Energy Search Pro is kind of busted. And I definitely think it gives the deck a big upgrade. It lets Gholdengo just have this massive boost of damage out of nowhere. Because sometimes when you're playing the Gholdengo deck with Palkia, you're playing a little bit slower with Gholdengo because you're trying to be more aggressive with Palkia and Greninja. With this build, you can just Energy Search Pro and immediately just take a giant KO out of nowhere with Gholdengo. I don't see anything else in this tournament here that's too crazy. We'll move on to the next one here. We do see an interesting Gouging Fire deck. Gouging Fire, we all know, has been gaining a little bit of steam over the past couple of weeks thanks to its result in Lille and stuff. And I think that Gouging Fire does get a little bit better with this new set thanks to the brand new Latias EX. This deck actually plays 2 of the Latias, which of course gives your basic Pokemon in play a free retreat cost. Really helpful with Gouging Fire because its main attack, of course, makes it so you cannot use it again until you leave the active spot. But when you have a Latias in play, you can just retrieve for free. Also gives you, like, Entei V as a free retreat pivot, which is kind of gas, actually. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with Latias. You can see this build is a little bit more turbo-focused. It does play the 4 Pokemon Catcher, which I didn't see in the original Gouging Fire deck. But it does play the 4 Catchers. We got the Basin. We do play the other Gouging Fire, the new single prize one we are getting within the new set. We got the Monkey Dory package in the deck, so Gouging Fire can do a little more damage. Yeah, will Gouging Fire get better with Latias? I think it might. There is definitely a chance that can happen. Snorlax here doesn't gain anything new, I don't think. Now, just making sure. Let's see, any other new decks? Nothing, no, just kind of same old stuff. All right, we'll move on to the next tournament here. And we see another Gholdengo deck. Gholdengo Palkia with, not really any new cards in it. Does have a few tech cards, but nothing to write home about. No Energy Search Pro, which is like the big one we want to see. Yeah, nothing too crazy in that tournament. This one here, there's another Gholdengo. This one is the Dusknoir Gholdengo. So I've been seeing a little bit of Dusknoir Gholdengo too. It kind of makes sense. Like, Gholdengo is a very strong attacker. So being able to take multiple prizes in a single turn with the help of Dusknoir does actually help the deck a lot. I like the idea of Dusknoir Gholdengo. I'm going to have to try it myself. We do see another Energy Search Pro build here, of course, playing all the energy types with that Energy Search Pro, so you can lean into your Gholdengo doing a little bit more damage. It's playing a brand new supporter here, the Cyrano supporter. Search check for 3 EXs. Not a bad card. I mean, I don't know how good this card's actually going to be, but it can find you 3 Gholdengos for free, which is kind of gas. It's kind of like Hyper Roma in a way. Also plays Counter Catcher in the deck with 2 Boss for your Gust. So, yeah, I like Gholdengo Dusknoir. There could be something to it. There's a Tingaton in top 8. That's kind of cool. No new cards, though. It is playing Nimona. Nimona's backpack has its draw engine. No new cards from the new set, it looks like, but I don't really think Tinkaton would really gain anything new. That's cool that I got top 8. It's kind of sick to see. We do have a Miraidon here with Magneton. Now, Miraidon is another card that or another deck, I should say, that does get a boost with the new set. I think Magneton with Miraidon is pretty strong. This Miraidon deck does not play Area 0, though, so there's no Pikachu or Mewtwo. But, of course, Magneton is really good in the deck because, effectively, if you can get light energy in the discard really quickly, you can Magneton turn 2 and build up a Miraidon, or mainly you can build up an Iron Hands EX, which we do see 2 in the deck, mainly because being able to Magneton to Iron Hands turn 2 lets you turn 2 amp a lot more quicker, and that just might be better than just playing like the Area 0 build that we've been seeing, where you can just instead lean into the more aggressive nature of being able to use Iron Hands turn 2 with the help of Magneton. So I think there's a lot of synergy there, and Magneton definitely looks pretty scary. We can move on to this next tournament here, which, once again, was won by Gholdengo with Dusknoir, and it does have the Energy Search Pro. So you can see Gholdengo getting some decent results already just off the few tournaments we've looked at. So yeah, Gholdengo actually might become a lot better with the new set. A Serena deck got top 8. That's kind of interesting. It does play the 2 new Stadium cards in the deck, which is pretty funny. The one that gives basic Pokemon plus 30 HP. I'm not sure what that's really doing in the deck, though, because doesn't that go against Serena? I'm not sure. But then, of course, you have the Gravity Mountain, too, which does make... yeah, you can you can go Serena, Gravity Mount. Would that take a knockout on a Charizard? I think it would, right? That's interesting. I don't know about the other stadium, though. That's interesting that that got top 8, though. An Archon Marusian top 8. Doesn't really gain any new cards, it looks like. I guess you could play the new Ceruledge, but it's probably not really worth it. Speaking of Ceruledge, there was a Ceruledge in this tournament with Palkia, so... kind of like Gholdengo in a way, where you're trying to use Palkia early on with Greninja, and then in the late game, you kind of just have that big Ceruledge doing a ton of damage once you've discarded a bunch of energy. So it's kind of like how Gholdengo operates. So Ceruledge Palkia might end up being better than just like the normal Turbo Ceruledge EX decks we've been seeing. That's interesting. All right, next tournament here. Yo, we got a Hydreigon in top 8. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I am really excited for Hydreigon. Now, I don't know how good this card actually is. It was able to get top 8 in this City League, so there is... some hope, I guess. Hopefully this isn't the last we see of Hydreigon in this video. But yes, I'm excited for this card. Hydreigon is literally the mascot on the channel. Like, it's literally like my YouTube profile picture thing. And now Hydreigon does have those 2 attacks. Got the Crushing Headbutt doing 200 damage, million top 3 cards, and then Obsidian doing 130 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I think when you're building Hydreigon, you want to try to build around that Obsidian attack because it's doing so much damage. I mean, you're putting a lot of damage on the board. You can literally, depending on the matchup, you can literally win the game in like 2 attacks, which is insane. Now, the build here does play a few ways to power it up. So we have Crispin, which can get you an energy on it. There's also Neo Upper Energy. Now, I don't know if this is better than Sparkling Crystal because you can't use Neo Upper like you can with Arven. Because you can go Crystal, Arven, or Arven Crystal. But Neo Upper, you don't have the ability to search it out. I guess you can Colress or Pidgeot for it. But Neo Upper does provide the 2 energy. I kind of do the same thing as Crystal in a way. But Neo Upper, you can also reuse it, I guess? I don't know. That's interesting. But the Neo Upper is cool. You got the counter gain. This is effectively your Sparkling Crystal, right? You can put a counter gain on a Hydreigon and the Neo Upper energy, and you can Crispin and power it up. So the counter gain kind of provides that mini Sparkling Crystal effect, which is interesting. So cool stuff. Yeah, I'm really excited to play Hydreigon EX. Yeah, nothing else crazy in the deck. No Dusknoirs or anything. Just playing Monkey Dory, I guess, is in there. We got the Alakazam in the deck to move some damage around. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cannot wait to try out Hydreigon EX. I'm glad that somebody was able to do good with it. Definitely big ups for that. The Venomoth Frost, that's in top 8. No new cards, just, kind of just the meme troll deck it is. Another Ceruledge here in this tournament. More of the Turbo build. Does play a bunch of different energy, which is kind of funny. Also plays a Mimikyu, which is interesting. But yeah, Turbo Ceruledge once again. No Palkia, though, so let's see if the Palkia Ceruledge deck's any good. Another couple Arc Ralladons here playing the Luxray. And we've seen 2 of them in the tournament, so I wonder if this is like the optimal way to play Arc Ralladon is, of course, with Luxray. Might be the best way to play it. Oh, wait, hold up. I gotta go back to that tournament. I saw another Hydreigon. I think that was the next tournament. Hold up. Which one was it? It was this one, right? Yeah, we got another Hydreigon. Yeah, there's another one. I saw 2 of them. Okay, this one does play the Dusknoir in the deck this time. Doesn't have the Monkey Dory or the Alakazam. Plays Radiant Charizard, actually, as the Radiant, which is cool. There's no fire in Hydreigon's attack cost, though. That's interesting. But yeah, cool stuff. I mean, another Hydreigon list. Does play the same engine, the Neo Upper and the Counter Gain and the Crispin. So I guess Sparkling Crystal is just not it with Hydreigon. I guess Neo Upper is just better. Must be. But that's cool, man. Yeah, cool stuff. Hydreigon, 2 top 16s. I love to see it. Happy to see that for sure. All right, this next tournament here, there was Lost Box in second place with Sablezard, though. No new innovations from the new set in there. Nothing else too crazy like Quad Thorns. Another deck that doesn't gain any new cards, just kind of stays the same. Most of the new decks stay the same, unless, like it says otherwise. Same with Raging Bolt. You see Raging Bolt win, but again, literally gains like no new cards from this new set. Charizard, same thing, doesn't gain any new cards. We'll take a look just to see if they do, but pretty sure, yeah, they're not getting anything. We do see a Cloth in the top 8 here. One new card is Latias. I mean, it just makes sense. You can give your all of your Pokemon free retreat. Not a bad idea. I mean, Cloth, Brute Bonnet have fat retreats. Giving them that free retreat does make the deck a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, Latias EX could be good in Cloth. We got another Miraidon here, once again, with the Magneton. This one does play the Area 0, and the Pikachu in the deck, however, does play the Cassiopeia card. I have yet to try this with Miraidon. I've been seeing it for a while, but I've never did a video on it. Definitely want to try that out at some point. But yeah, we got another Miraidon Magneton deck. But this one, yeah, I guess it does have Pikachu. You're not going to be attacking with the Pikachu because there's no extra energy in the deck for the Pikachu. It's just there as a way to use Area 0 effectively because you can Miraidon for it, right? It just kind of sits there. Don't think Dragapult gains any new cards either. Nah, not really. Just kind of the same old stuff. Another Arc Ralladon playing the Luxray. So, yeah, this, I guess, is the optimal way to play it. That's like the 5th one we've seen already? Oh, you see this tournament here was won by Snorlax. No new cards. I guess Snorlax could play the new Rodon, but that's about it. Another Turbo Ceruledge. No other attacker, no Palkia or anything in the deck. Just straight Turbo. Just discard energy as fast as possible. We got another Miraidon here. Once again, playing the Magneton. Does have the Latias and the Pikachu. I don't know which is better, if you're leaning into the Magneton Iron Hands build without the Area 0, or if you want to still play with the Area 0. Area 0 does give you a little bit of extra leverage, though, because then your Raikou can still be a really good attacker. Like, Iron Hands is good, but you're not using Iron Hands in, like, every single matchup, right? So that's kind of the thing with that one. Another Gholdengo here with the Energy Search Pro and the Dusknoir. They also place a new stadium. This is actually not a bad idea. This actually makes it so that Charizard EX is easier to one-shot. Charizard has 330 HP. This means that when you put this Gravity Mountain down, you need one less energy knock out of Charizard. Kind of gas. I guess it works against Pidgeot and Dragapult too, where they go under 300 and 280 HP. That's kind of smart, actually. That might be an optimal stadium, actually, in Gholdengo, because it makes it easier to kill those bulkier EX Pokemon. Got a Lost Box here, another Sablezard. I love Lost Box, but we got to see new stuff. This tournament was won also by Ceruledge Palkia, so I don't know. Could this be the best way to play Ceruledge? I don't know. I think it's definitely interesting, though. Again, it's basically like how Gholdengo operates. There's actually 2 Ceruledge Palkias here in the top 4 here. We have another one here playing Legacy Energy. It seems to be the optimal ace-spec over Prime Catcher or even the Perfect Blender card. That's interesting. Yo, another Hydreigon. Let's go. We got another Hydreigon here in this tournament. I was hoping there was going to be some Hydreigon, so I'm glad we've already seen 3 Hydreigon lists. Once again, playing Counter Gain and Neo Upper Energy as the ace-specs. I guess Neo Upper does make the most sense because, like, I mean, I still think Arven's pretty good, but Neo Upper does let you just use Crashing Headbutt really easily, and Obsidian, I guess it makes sense. Just cool to see, though, another Hydreigon playing the 2 Dark patch, 6 Dark, 1 Neo Upper. It's got the Pekron in the deck. I mean, that probably makes it so you can't lose to Snorlax, because against Snorlax, you can go Pekron Hydreigon and literally just spam Crushing Headbutt the entire game. That's actually kind of funny. You can literally, I mean, you can beat Snorlax probably by doing Obsidian, because you can go Neo Upper and then 2 Dark Energy on it, or you can just go Crushing Headbutt and just, like, mill the top 3 cards. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Hydreigon's kind of gas against Snorlax. Yo, Snorlax, you've met your days. Your days are over. Dragapult Iron Thorns. I did a video on this deck, so if you want to go watch that, you can. It was, like, posted a week or 2 ago, but it's an interesting deck that has been getting a little bit more popular in Japan. I don't know if this deck is actually legit, because it hasn't really seen any results here in, like, online tournaments or anything, so I don't know. We'll see about that one. Another Arc Ralladon. This one does not play Luxray. Does play the Dunsparce engine in the deck, though. So you're trying to just make your board like 1 prize material, and then you have the Arc Ralladon. Yeah, cool stuff. Because it's like better than playing Bibarel, I guess, in that deck. Makes more sense. See, yo, another Hydreigon. Okay, there's a lot more Hydreigon than I expected. This one also playing the Petron does have the different energy types in the deck alongside the Neo Upper Counter Gain engine. Yeah, really excited for a lot of Hydreigon. There's a lot more Hydreigon than I expected to see in this video, so I'm excited about that. Pretty cool stuff. I wonder if it beat the Miraidon. I would imagine Miraidon is like an auto win for Hydreigon. Okay, not an auto win, but very favored. Because if Miraidon just puts a bunch of Pokemon in play, you can just go Hydreigon twice and win the game. It's kind of funny. Another Miraidon deck playing the Area 0's got the Pikachu, got the 1/1 Magneton in there too. Plays Latias. We got a control deck here. No new cards though. Unfortunate. I thought there was gonna be new cards in that, but control looking still okay in this new format. Yo, we got a Flygon deck here. I was hoping to see some Flygon too. We see Flygon Gastrodon do pretty well. And it looks like it's kind of leaning more to the hit and run angle that the Flygon deck is trying to be. It doesn't look like it's trying to build up Flygon's second attack here, the Peridot Sonic attack, yeah, there's no energy in the deck to build it up. It's mostly just trying to use that storm back attack. It's a powerful hit and run attack, so the idea is you just go hit and run into Mimikyu as a wall or Klefki. Also has a lot of ability lock capabilities in the deck thanks to the help of Gastrodon. So I'm excited to try out this Flygon Gastrodon deck. Looks kind of cool. It got top 16. It didn't do bad in the tournament. It's a cool deck. I like it. I like hit and run decks. They're pretty fun to play. We haven't really seen a good hit and run deck in a while either. All right, this tournament here is won by Dragapult. Gholdengo Darkrai is kind of smart. You can use Darkrai to like reuse Prime Catcher and stuff, and Superior Energy Retrieval. All right, we have our first look at a Milotic wall deck here. So another new card coming out is this new Milotic EX, which of course is immune to Terra Pokemon, which is a pretty big deal. Being immune to Terra Pokemon is kind of strong because of course stuff like Charizard, Teal Mask, Hydreigon, Pikachu cannot touch you. And trying to make it work definitely will be interesting because you compare it with like other wall Pokemon like Cornerstone Ogerpon. We see Mimikyu in here. It does also play Terapagos though, so it's trying to like cover different angles of attacking. It's kind of an interesting wall deck because you also, you have the Terapagos, which can use Crown Opal. There is a bunch of energy in the deck to power up Crown Opal, so very interesting Milotic list there for sure. Let's see this Lost Box here. Lost Box with the new Rotom is interesting. Miraidon, future Miraidon. Okay, I was hoping to see maybe a Lost Box Pikachu deck. Speaking of Pikachu, we got another Miraidon here, playing the Pikachu and the Magneton. Cool stuff. All right, let's move on to another tournament here. Greninja Pidgeot top 4 is kind of cool, but yeah, looks like it doesn't really gain anything new, unfortunately. Another Miraidon with the, Magneton Pikachu. They're in there. All right. Gholdengo Lumineon. Yo, Gholdengo Togekiss. Yo, I kind of like the idea of that. I mean, when you take a knockout Gholdengo, you can take an extra prize maybe with the Togekiss. That's kind of actually a really clever concept. That's cool, actually. Could be an interesting way to play Togekiss is with Gholdengo. Because, I mean, it's not hard to get a stage 2 out when you're drawing so many cards a turn. That's kind of cool, actually. I like it. That's cool. Got 9th place in the tournament, too. Didn't do bad at all. Let's see in this tournament. We got Terapagos winning. Another deck doesn't gain any new cards. We see an Arc Ralladon Dialga deck doing pretty good. That's kind of cool, though. Arc Ralladon, Dialga's kind of sick. Of course, you can use Arc Ralladon to build up Star Chronos. I mean, if you theoretically go about it, you can go attach to Dialga, turn 2, evolve Arc Ralladon, put 3 energy on Dialga, and then attach another energy, and then boom, just like that, you've powered up your Dialga V-Star out of nowhere. That's kind of smart. Lost Box in top 8. Ooh. Moon, Thorns, Blood Moon, and Terapagos. No Iron Hands, but it's an interesting Lost Zone list. Still haven't seen the Pikachu Lost Box yet, which is what I was hoping to see. Gholdengo Palkia, not playing the new Ace spec. All right. Let's see what this tournament offered. Yo, another Hydreigon top 8. All right, a lot more Hydreigon than I expected, which is interesting. Yeah, we got another Hydreigon. This one, once again, is also playing the counter gain in the Neo Upper Energy. So, like I said, that does seem to be like the optimal way to play the Hydreigon deck. Cool stuff. Let's see here. Another Arc Ralladon above it. Arc Ralladon with Luxray. Anything else? There was a Lost Box deck. Just a double Moon stuff. Okay. There's a Samurott Bibarel deck here. That's kind of cool. I haven't done a video on Samurott in a while. Maybe we'll have to revisit it. I guess Samurott with Binding Mochi Pekron is actually not a bad idea. I don't hate that, actually. Could be a future video idea. Kind of cool stuff. This tournament was won by Gholdengo, and I assume, they're playing the Energy Search Pro. Yeah, Gholdengo, bro. The first page we've looked at, we've already seen quite a few Gholdengo decks. Gholdengo looking pretty good in this new format, I'm just saying. As somebody who's a Gholdengo enthusiast, looks pretty cool. None of these, weird Dragapult decks. Dragapult Thorns with Farigiraf. I don't know, man. I mean, I did a video on the deck. The deck was a bit different, though. We got another Rotom. Okay, Dragapult Rotom. The one I did was playing Armor Rouge, not just, straight-up Thorns. That's interesting, though. Huh. Lost Box with a Manaphy. Why is the Manaphy in the picture? But this time we finally have... it's playing double Manaphy, I guess. We see a Lost Box Pikachu deck. Now, Pikachu EX, while it is a nice support Pokemon in Miraidon, or you can pair with Magneton, you theoretically can play within Lost Box because you can Mirage Gate to it. It does have an awkward attack cost where it does require 3 energy of different types, but when you play Mirage Gate, it's not that hard to build up Pikachu's attack cost. So the idea with the Pikachu is you can Mirage Gate to it, and then it does surrender damage. It's also got a really good ability. It's a really good attacker in Lost Box. It gives you a nice big attacker. It's kind of like playing Roaring Moon, where you're just taking a knockout out of nowhere. Now, then this Lost Box deck, they are fitting the Terapagos in there. I guess you can use Terapagos with Mirage Gate and build up the Crown Opal attack, because you already played the Lightning and the Grass energy from the Pikachu, and you already have the Water in the deck, because you still need to use Greninja. It's kind of smart stuff. I definitely think there is some potential for the Pikachu Lost Box deck to be good. It is a decent way to play Pikachu, so I'm definitely excited to try that out. As somebody who likes playing a Lost Box myself, definitely excited to give that a try. We got a couple more tourneys here. Another Lost Box Pikachu deck, it looks like, in this one. Was this one we were just looking at? Oh my god, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was, lol. It might have been the one we were just looking at. Lost Box Dragapult. I have not seen that deck in a while. Nothing crazy. We see like Arc Dusknoir, Regidrago. Yeah, nothing too crazy. What's in this tournament here? Nothing crazy either in that one. All right, let's see this Regidrago tournament. No new decks, just kind of the same old stuff. What about this one with the Thorns winning? Okay, there we go. We got Arc Ralladon with Luxray again, playing Max Belt as the spec. It's got another Ceruledge, Turbo. Well, Ceruledge with a Monkey Dory. That's not a bad idea either. Lets you do more damage. Ceruledge only needs 1 energy and can base into it. Yeah, I kind of like that. I wonder if Monkey Dory is actually worth trying out in Ceruledge. Because, yeah, there is some synergy there. You can heal it off. You are playing a lot of energy anyways. You can just easily fit in some dark energy for the Monkey Dory. I don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that idea at all, actually. Yeah, Monkey Dory Ceruledge kind of cool. Another Gholdengo. Yo, Gholdengo with Gastrodon. Not bad. I mean, you can slow the opponent down where you're just running them over with a big cheese string guy. I kind of like the idea of that. Yeah, Gastrodon. I mean, there's a lot of decks Gastrodon can fit in. I'm excited to see what other decks can use Gastrodon. All right, let's go to the second page here. See what else we got here. Another Ceruledge Palkia deck. This one does play the new A-Spec Perfect Mixer. It also plays the Woshian. That's interesting. It has that attack Green Hazard, which I do want to try this with in Lost Box. It reminds me a little bit of Kyogre. If you have 3 or fewer cards in your deck, this attack does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it's a snipe attack, but only works when you have 3 or fewer cards in your deck, right? But I guess when you're playing a deck this turbo, where you're discarding so many cards to, make Ceruledge stronger, you can get there. But you have to crisp into it. I'm not sure how good it actually is in the deck, but interesting technology. Let's see here. Gholdengo Ceruledge. This is combining the best of both worlds. Gholdengo early on, and then Cleano with Ceruledge. I rate the idea. That's kind of cool. I guess Ultra Energy Search or Energy Search Pro, whatever it's called. I keep mixing the name up. Could actually be good in Ceruledge. You can grab a bunch of energy at once and discard it, kind of like how you do with Gholdengo. Yo, a Dragapult the Azumarill deck. That's interesting. So it is kind of like the Dragapult deck with the Rotom and the Alakazam, but instead of like Dusknoir, it's playing the Azumarill. The new Azumarill's got that ability, Sparkling Bubble, where if you have a Terra Pokemon to play, this attacks Double Edge can be used for 1 Psychic Energy. Dragapult is a Terra Pokemon, right? So you can Double Edge for 1 Psychic and do 230. Would this help your Raging Bull matchup at all? Maybe, because it gives you a one-shot attacker into the Teal Mask Ogre Ponds. You have the Vitality Band to hit into the Raging Bulls. All right, that's interesting, actually. I wonder if like Azumarill would actually be worth playing within Dragapult, because maybe it makes your Raging Bull matchup a bit stronger, which is notoriously one of the deck's hardest matchups, right? So I wonder if that would fix it. Another Arc Ralladon with Luxray in here. This one's got Prime Catcher as the A-Spec. I guess like Arc Ralladon is another deck that can kind of like play around with the A-Spec. We got another one here in second place, playing Scoop Up Cyclone. You can pick up the Arc Ralladon, and then if you have energy to discard, you can like reattach it. It's kind of smart. Got more Dragapult Thorns decks. Okay, is this deck real? I don't know, man. There's one here in top 4. There's 2 in the tournament, actually. This one's got the Frigraph in the deck also. I don't know, man. It's interesting. I guess the Frigraph does give you that good matchup into like Raging Bolt, obviously, which again is one of the deck's hardest matchups. Lost Box did win this tournament, and it was another Lost Box Pikachu EX deck. Does play the Terabagos also within the deck still. Does have the new Gravity Mountain too, which I guess lets Pikachu just one-shot Charizard EX, which, can be a bit tough for Lost Box. I guess like the one downside of playing the Pikachu, you can see in this deck here, there's no Sableye. See, I don't know. If I'm playing Lost Box, I feel like you have to play Sableye. It's too good not to play. But I guess I don't know what you're cutting. I mean, do you really have to play the Terabagos, though? Because what matchup is it really fixing? When you already have Blood Moon and Hands, I feel like Blood Moon covers your big basic matchups, and then Hands covers the other matchups, and you have the Pikachu for the other matchups, kind of like you're playing Roaring Moon. I'm not sure if the Terabagos is necessary, because I really feel like this deck needs a Sableye, bro. I don't know, man. I cannot play Lost Box without Sableye. Unless I'm playing Glasses Lost Box. That was the only one that didn't play Sableye. Let's see. A Knocked Out Charizard Terabagos deck's interesting. I've seen this before. It's kind of cool. Now we got some more decks here. We got a Gouging Fire. Does play the new Koraidon in the deck over the Baby Gouging Fire that we got. Does also play Counter Gain in the deck. That's kind of smart. Got the Latias in there. Again, Latias being a really nice upgrade for Gouging Fire. And then we got Milotic Wall deck once again playing Noivern. It's got the Frigraph, the Mimikyu, and the Ogre Pond. They literally just put like every annoying wall Pokemon and just shoved them all in one deck and see what sticks. And honestly, it could stick because some decks might not be able to handle this many walls at once, which is kind of funny. And we got an interesting Blissey Pikachu EX deck here. So this is smart. So this is one way you can attack with Pikachu every single turn. So what you can do, it's kind of like when you're playing the Galvantula deck, right? You can Glass Trumpet to the Blissey, and then you can Blissey the energy to the Pikachu and just spam the attack over and over and over again. And you got the Power Glass too. Really smart concept, actually, because one Glass Trumpet could turn into one Pikachu attack, which is really clever. Yeah, I really like the idea of a Pikachu Blissey deck. Like I said, very similar to how that Galvantula Blissey deck works. So definitely excited to give this deck a try when it releases. That's really cool. Then we got another Arc Ralladon playing the Luxray. Does play the max belt in the deck. I lost Tina. Not a deck I haven't seen in a while. No new cards, so looks like that's interesting. That was an interesting tournament. A lot of cool decks. This one here, see a lot of Regidrago. Another Miraidon. Once again, playing the Magneton, the Latias. Another Blissey, but this one's Blissey Walls. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you can move all your energy around. You do play different energy types for the Noivern and the Milotic and the Cornerstone. So being able to move the energy around with Blissey does make sense. Kind of cool. The Blissey Wall deck. A couple Blissey decks already, which is interesting. That was still a tournament we just looked at. All right, hold up. Ancient Box. I mean, okay, I guess Ancient Box does gain the new Koraidon, which I guess we should look at. Because, yeah, Koraidon's not a bad upgrade to Ancient Box. How good is it really? I'm not sure. Is it better than, like, the Walking Wakes and stuff and the other Koraidon? I'm not sure, but seems okay in the deck. Let's see here. Any other new decks? A couple Ceruledge decks we can look at. We got another Turbo Ceruledge. Another Turbo Ceruledge. All right. Going to the next tourney here. Another Arc Ralladon, but this one plays Bibarel, no Luxray. A couple Divas in there. Got the Relicanth. Cool stuff. United Wings in top 16. It does gain a new card. Yes, forgot about that. It does gain the new Ace Spec, the Perfect Mixer. So if United Wings is going to see play, I mean, we do need Dragapult to get a lot worse before that happens, obviously. But Perfect Mixer is really good in United Wings. You can discard 5 United Wings cards at once, making you do more damage, which is really, really cool. So nice upgrade to that deck, too, I guess. This tournament was won by the Dragapult Thorns Wall deck. All right, and once again, playing the Farigiraf in the deck. This deck might be legit. Who knows? I guess one thing interesting to note, the list we've been looking at, they're not playing Sparkling Crystal, which you'd think is what you'd play with Dragapult. It's actually playing the super Precious Carrier card that lets you get all the basics and play at once. And, I mean, you put all the Dreepies down instead of all the Dracloaks. You have yourself a pretty good Dronjin. Cool stuff. I like it. Gholdengo here with the Energy Search Pro. All right, let's go to the next tourney here, which was won by our good old friend Gholdengo with the Monkey Dory and the Energy Search Pro. So we've seen a few ways to play Gholdengo with Scizor, Dusknoir, or play with Monkey Dory because you already have Dark Energy because you got to play it for the Energy Search card, right? Play the Monkey Dory in the deck. You get a bit of healing in the deck, which can be relevant. It can help against Dragapult, right, which is one of your harder matchups. That's really cool. We've got an Arc Armor Rouge deck also in this tournament. Does play Legacy, Raikou, no hands, that's interesting, but does play Counter Gain in the deck and also... Hold up. The new Surfer card. I do like the supporter. This card isn't like insane, but it does have its niche uses. Switch your active with one of your bench Pokemon, and then draw off cards so you have 5 in your hand. So some of the decks that can play it are decks that maybe want to move constantly, but also, you know, something like Iron Valiant. I don't know if we're going to see any Iron Valiants in this video, but it's a deck that can use it, right? So Lost Box, Pikachu once again. This one does play Sableye though, no Tropico. See, this is how I kind of envision the Pikachu Lost Box being built. Just play it with Iron Hands and Blood Moon and then Pikachu. So you have the ability to use the Iron Hands to take out low HP Pokemon, Blood Moon, take out the big basics, and then Pikachu to blow up the big Pokemon like Pidgeot, Charizard, and Dragapult. Honestly, it's a pretty good Lost Box deck if you think about it, right? In that regards. So, yeah, it doesn't really eat up... I mean, it kind of eats up your energy because you have to play Metal and Grass over just playing Dark like Roaring Moon does, right? But Roaring Moon is easier to exploit over Pikachu, which is harder to exploit thanks to its ability. Got Cloth. Once again, playing Latias. Seems like that's a decent upgrade of the deck. And we got a Miraidon. Nothing too crazy there. See what's in this tournament. Yo! Pikachu with Regis. All right, now we're talking. Actually got second in the tournament, too, so it actually didn't do too bad. Another way to build a Pikachu. Get Area 0 down. Use Regi's ability to build up the Pikachu and spam Pikachu's attack every turn. Also, Regis does gain that new Ace Spec that lets you get all the Regis out in play at once, which is really insane. So Precious Carrier is also really good in this deck. If you can find it early on, it lets you immediately fill up your board. This is a nice deck. I like it. I really like Regis. I want Regis to be good so badly, and maybe Pikachu is a good way to play the deck. I don't know. Another Miraidon here, playing the 2-2 Magneton line. Does play Area 0, has the Pikachu in the hands and stuff in there, obviously. All right, here we go. We got an Iron Valiant deck. Oh, but it doesn't play Surfer, though. Iron Valiant with a Thorns is interesting. Yeah, I guess Thorns isn't a bad idea. You just go into it when you want to slow your opponent down while you're setting up damage and stuff with Iron Valiant. It's an interesting concept. For Judge, too, just trying to be as disruptive as possible. It's an interesting list. Because you can take out, like, the Pidgeys and stuff. You like, Judge Grabber, and then, like, leave them with, like, no Pokemon while you're just picking away at their low HP stuff with Iron Valiant. That's a smart idea. What else in this tournament? We got a Shampoo deck. I haven't seen that in a while. All right, cool stuff. That tournament had some interesting decks. Well, let's see here. Anything in this tournament? More Cloth stuff. Darkrai, Roaring Moon. No Lost Box. No Pikachu, though. All right, let's go on to the next tourney then. Let's see. Gardevoir. Double Klefki Gardevoir. We got Iron Thorns with Mimikyu and Cornerstone. We've seen this deck actually have some success in online tournaments. Hasn't really translated as well to like the regionals, but interesting. Palkia Gholdengo, just kind of the old build of the deck. Cloth, once again, playing Latias. Doesn't seem bad, especially with like Pekron too, to make those Pekron knocks happen. This tournament was won by the Dialga Arcralodon deck, so this one actually did have a result. And it's playing Scramble Switch, so it is playing a new A-Spec too. I think it's one thing to note. We've seen most of the new A-Specs, except for like the Via Seeker one and the Rich Energy. But this one does play Scramble Switch. I like the idea of Scramble Switch in Dialga, because you put a bunch of energy on the Dialga, it takes a hit, and then you can Scramble Switch into another Dialga. There's some cool things you can do with that, so that's cool. And it won the tournament. It beat Raging Bolt, which I guess isn't like the worst matchup for Dialga. If he's trying to be honest with you, if you take like a 4-prize turn, it's kind of game over. Arcralodon with Luxray in that. We got another Ceruledge Turbo deck playing Double Fish, just trying to be as turbo as possible. Alrighty then. This tournament was also won by our good old friend Gholdengo with the Dusknoir and the Togekiss. Yeah, I wonder if Togekiss is actually going to be worth playing in Gholdengo. I mean, this is the second tournament that we've seen now with the Gholdengo Togekiss package, so who knows? Maybe it's actually good. Togekiss could find its home in Gholdengo. Is there any other decks playing Togekiss? I don't know. There's too many to click on. Because, like, theoretically, Charizard could play it. I don't want to click on all of them. One thing we haven't seen yet is a Slaking deck, and this tournament did have a Slaking within the top 8. Now, Slaking is interesting, and we all know Slaking looks like a pretty beastly Pokemon. It's 340 HP, has the attack Great Swing that does 280 damage, but its ability makes it so you cannot attack if your opponent doesn't have any X or V in play, but in this meta, they're most likely going to have one in play, obviously, right? So, the Slaking is interesting. You can easily find your Slaking pieces with Fan Rotom. You can get the Slakoffs and stuff, Vigoroth. You can play Pidgey on the deck, too. Yeah, I like Slaking a lot. I think there is a lot of potential for Slaking. It can attack with a double turbo energy, does big damage. Definitely looks really strong. So definitely do not don't sleep on the Slaking. Another Arcralodon with Luxray. A lot of them. A lot of Arcralodon Luxray decks. Cool stuff. Alrighty then. What's in this tournament here? Reveroom Ceruledge. Not a bad idea. You can Reveroom. Discard energy. Draw cards. You have 6 in your hand. Not a bad way to discard energy and draw cards. Give your deck some synergy there. Another like crazy new deck. So in that tournament, Gholdengo Dusknoir won this one with the Energy Search Pro. So yeah, Gholdengo might be Dusknoir's newest partner with this new set. We've seen a lot of Gholdengo Dusknoirs already. So bye-bye Palkia. Hello Dusknoir and Gholdengo. That just might be the way to go. Yo, Zorak V-Star in top 8. No new cards. Don't really think the deck really gains anything new. But yeah, Zorak V-Star. A deck a lot of people did hype up before the set came out. But stuck around. Yeah, it kind of flopped. Another Milotic Wall Style deck playing the Double Noivern in the Cornerstone. Has some Mimikyu in the deck too. Just trying to be as annoying as possible. Just trying to wall the opponent out. What's this? Is this Ancient Box? Oh, it is Ancient Box. Okay, it does have the new Crydon. I was wondering what that was. Another Ceruledge. Yeah, Turbo Ceruledge. Plays a new A-Spec. Alrighty then. Cool stuff. Let's see what's in this tournament here. Another Noivern Cornerstone Milotic deck. Does fit the Gastrodon in the deck. Try to disrupt the opponent even more to make it even harder for them to play the game. I like the idea of Gastrodon in the deck. It's kind of annoying, though, because it gets stuck in the active really easily, but Gastrodon can be good in this deck. You can slow the opponent down, because you're already being really annoying with your ability. Why not make it even harder for the opponent to play the game with the Gastrodon in play? A bunch of Zards winning these tournaments here. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing new in the deck, right? Yeah, it's just kind of the same old Zard list. All right, let's see if there's anything in this Lost Box. Okay, ooh, Lost Box, Iron Valiant, Gouging Fire, Delphox. It's kind of spicy. Okay, that's cool. A Fire Lost Box deck. Another Arcralodon deck playing the Dunsparce in the deck. Has Klefki, too, to slow the opponent down. I don't hate that. Kind of, I mean, not really a slower deck. It's not that hard to get 3 energy in the discard early on. But Klefki, you know, can buy you some time into those decks playing Squawkabilly and stuff. Another Gouging Fire here. Does play the new Koraidon. Also fits the Roy Moon back in the deck. And has Latias. So it does have, like, the double, like, ancient package there alongside the Latias. Which, again, is just a nice upgrade of the deck overall. Yeah, I don't think Lugia gains anything, right? Yeah, no new cards in Lugia. I guess you could play the new Perfect Blender in Lugia if you really wanted to. What's in this tournament? Nothing too crazy that I've ever seen. Looking for new decks here. What's the last tournament here got? Okay, we got another Pikachu Blissey deck. There you go. Another Pikachu and Blissey build. It's got the Monkey Dory. Does play Terapagos in there too. Yeah, I like this idea. I mean, it lets you attack with Pikachu every single turn pretty easily. So, yeah, a couple new Pikachu decks already looked at. That's cool. All right. Let's go to the next page of tournaments. And yo, look at that. Speaking of Pikachu Blissey, it actually won this City League. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, cool. Pretty straightforward build. Got the Mew in the deck, the Blissey, the Pikachus, Glass Trumpets. Yeah, cool. That won the tournament. It's exciting to see. It was able to beat Cloth in the finals. I guess that match... Actually, wouldn't Cloth be heavily favored? Cloth can one-shot through Pikachu and Blissey. You can poison the Pikachu and break the ability. Spice Cloth lost that. That's kind of crazy, actually. Dragapult Gholdengo is interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm not sure what the concept of this deck is. I guess like Dracula gives you a bit more draw, but that doesn't. I don't know what does the Dragapult do with Gholdengo? Like, what is the synergy between the two Pokemon? You know what I mean? Like, at least with Charizard Dragapult, there's a little bit of synergy. Gholdengo Dragapult, I don't think there's much synergy between the two at all. I don't. Is there synergy? I don't know. That's a very interesting deck. I don't know. Someone in the comments gotta let me know if that like actually works. Yeah, we got another Flygon here. Once again, though, this Flygon deck doesn't really rely on the other terrestrial attack. More is relying on the hit and run strategy, but I like seeing the Flygon list nonetheless. Another hit and run deck, playing the Gastrodon also in the deck to slow the opponent down alongside having the Klefkis, the Mimikyu. Just play Cornerstone, which makes sense because you already play the Fight Energy in the deck. You might as well play Cornerstone because it also acts as a wall. There is a new card in here. We got the Obstruction Letter card. Your opponent counts the number of cards in their hand, shovels them, puts them on the bottom of their deck, and then your opponent draws that many cards. So it's kind of an annoying hand disruption card alongside the 3 judges. You just go like Judge into Klefki, hit and run, and just beat your opponent up. I mean, if Miraidon's going to get more popular, Flygon doesn't seem bad. Another Arc Armor Rouge. Let's play the new Armor Rouge here. Crimson Blaster, begin Snipe Sling for 180. A nice way to clean the game up on a Squawk Fish or Mew or something. Cool. All right. What about this tournament here? Another Arc Ralladon Dialga. Cool stuff. Let's go to this one. Serena Pidgeot. When's going to top 8? Playing the new stadium. See, what do the new stadiums really do in the deck? Like, I get the one that reduces stage 2s, but the basic one? I don't know about that. That's interesting. Another Arc Ralladon with the Dunsparce. And another Ceruledge Palkia deck. I like this. I like Ceruledge Palkia a lot, and there's potential for that deck. Let's see this Lost Box deck. We have a Sablezard deck. Okay. Cool stuff. All right, what about this tournament here? Another Miraidon. A couple Miraidons, actually. Yeah, 2 Miraidons. Obviously playing the... No, this one doesn't have Magneton in it. This one's not playing Magneton. Opts to just stick with the generators instead. Plays a new Rotom, though. It's interesting. And then we got another Milotic Stall deck here. Cool. All right. What else do we got here? Dragazard. I like this deck. Fun deck to play. Happy to see people still play it in Japan. A couple more Ceruledges. Yeah. Don't like it's the Palkia builds. Just, yeah, straightforward turbo build of Ceruledge. Okay. Let's go to this tournament. What do we got? Ceruledge Victini. Ooh, interesting. This is Victini's ability. Attacks used by your evolution Pokemon, evolution fire Pokemon, I should say, do 10 more damage. Ceruledge happens to be an evolution fire Pokemon. I don't hate the idea of that. You can just bench a bunch of Victinis, and that's even more damage you can do. I don't hate it. Yeah, cool idea. Nice. Yeah, did pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Interesting concept. All right, what about this tournament? Yo, Gholdengo won it. Once again, playing Energy Search Pro and Dusknoir. Gholdengo stonks are going up, man. I'm telling you. It managed to beat Arc Ralladon. This matchup seems tough, though. Arc Ralladon can't one-shot Gholdengo without Max Spell. So I feel like once you deal with that, you just kind of shred through the Arc Ralladons pretty easily, I guess, with the Gholdengo. Makes sense. Let's see about this tournament here. Another Hydreigon Pidgeot. There we go. Been a while since we've seen this, but we did see a lot of them at the start of the video, but we got another one here. Plays a new upper. Plays Binding Mochi, too, to try to do more damage, which is cool. Yo, Binding Mochi with Pekron doesn't seem bad, because you can also lean into the Crushing Headbutt attack and do 240 damage, which, even if you're just doing that attack, I mean, that's still a ton of damage you're doing, and that's a lot of pressure you put on the opponent, because you're also milling 3 cards. You can mill, obviously, like, a lot of cards that your opponent needs to, like, win the game. So, I like the idea of that, actually. Let's see about this tournament. Yo, Arc Regieleki. Okay, this deck sees playing online tournaments. It does play the Magneton and the Pikachu in the deck. Kind of like a weird hybrid build. But I guess you can also use Regieleki with Pikachu's attack, which makes sense, I guess. What else do we got here? A couple more Arc Ralladons. We got Arc Ralladon Dialga, and then the Arc Ralladon Dunsparce deck. And then, got another Noivern deck. Playing a 1-1 Palkia. I guess you can attack with Palkia, remove threats that can be threatening to you, and then also Palkia can build up Milotic in a single turn with Star Portal. We got another interesting deck here. A Mimikyu Luxray to Dunsparce deck. Also playing Comfy, which makes each player draw 3 cards. That's interesting. I mean, it did decent in the tournament. Cool, I guess. It's kind of crazy, actually. No new decks there, looks like. Let's see what this tournament's got. Gholdengo Fan Rotom. What would that be for? I guess you Fan Rotom to thin out your deck, and then you just have a higher chance of drawing into cards you need. Also playing Heroescape as the A-Spec, too. Got 9th place. Another Dialga Arc Ralladon deck. Oh, but it also plays Metang. So it's more of like a Metang Dialga deck with the two Arc Ralladon line. Don't hate it. Cool, cool. About this tournament here. Arceus V-Star Charizard. Going back to 2023 with that one. We got an interesting Dusknoir Checkmate deck here. Does play Arceus, also playing Crobat. Lets you take an extra prize. Or take 2 extra prize when you knock something out. That's cool. Yo, imagine Crobat with Togekiss. Oof. Be kind of crazy. All right, Red Dragon. I thought I saw the Dragon. I'm like, wait, what? Wait. Okay, I was like wondering what was going on there. Oh, wait, hold up. This deck doesn't play Ogre Pawn. I just took that in. Okay, it's playing Gardenia as a way to power up Drago. I mean, okay, sure. Yo, a Toadcool deck. Haven't seen that deck in a while. Cool. That tournament had some interesting decks. Turbo Charizard Dusknoir. Cool. What else? A couple Gholdengos. Another Blissey Pikachu. Yeah, I like to see it. Yeah, got the monkey in there. Yeah, cool. Another Milotic deck here. This one does play the Dunsparce in the deck as a draw engine, though. And then does have the Cornerstone in the Mimikyu. No Noivern in this build, though, obviously. Not playing the Noivern. All right, cool. What do we got in this tournament here? Nothing too new, unfortunately. This tournament here was won by Arc Growlithe Luxray. But I don't really see anything else too new. A couple more Arc Growlithe. Another Arc Growlithe. This one has Bibarel in the deck. All right, what about this tournament? Yo, Slaking with Noctowl. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you play Terapagos, right? Instead of the Terapagos, instead you're attacking with Slaking. The downside of Slaking, though, is the Stage 2 Pokemon. But it's not hard to set up, so... Could this be like the new Terapagos Checkmate deck? Maybe? I don't know. Because, I mean, you already have the Terapagos in the deck, and you just kind of fit the Slaking in. Interesting. I don't know. Could that replace it? I don't know. I think this tournament's the last one to look at. Yeah, nothing too new there, but... did I look at this one? I don't think I've looked at this tournament yet. It was won by the Miraidon Magneton deck. I'm not playing the Area Zero, but yeah, Miraidon can play the Lively Stadium card that gives your basic Pokemon plus 30 HP, so that makes sense in the deck, too. Anything else? Another Milotic, Noivern, Wall deck with the Gastrodon in there. Another Lost Box. Iron Valley and Thorns. Okay. No Pikachu. But we saw a couple Pikachu Lost Box, but I'm happy to see that. I was hoping to see a couple. And finally, there's another Dragapult Thorns with the 1/1 Furgraph. Yeah, I don't know, man. That deck is wild, bro. But yeah. I think we'll just look at those 3 pages there because, I mean, the video's been going on for like over 40 minutes now. But hope you enjoyed the video. We got to look at some early lists. We saw a lot more Hydreigon than I expected. A couple Slaking decks. Pikachu, Ceruledge, Arc Growlithe, all doing pretty good in Japan. I'm definitely really excited for this new set. I think that there are some new archetypes coming out that I am definitely excited to try out when they do release. And hopefully the new set does offer some changes to the format, because I think the format does need a bit of a shakeup. And I think we are going to see a bit of a shakeup. Another takeaway I wanted to mention, actually, was Gholdengo seems a lot better now. Gholdengo was winning quite a bit, so I wonder if Gholdengo is going to be an actual like top-tier deck now. We'll have to see on that one. But hope you enjoyed the video on the decks here, and looking at what did well. Let me know what you are most excited to play that I looked at in the video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Again, we're on the road to 18,000 subscribers. Maybe we can hit 20K by the end of the year. You never know. And yeah, I'll leave a link to Limus if you want to go check out any of the decks for yourself. Catch you on another video. Maybe we'll do another one of these videos before Surging Sparks releases. We'll have to see on that one. But hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.